Tonight on CTV News, SOS, a famous local boat, remains stuck on the Waimak River. Are the days of smoking numbered? We've got the latest data. And Rhino Day at Orana Wildlife Reserve.
Broadcasting across Canterbury. From the CTV studio, this is First at 5.
Good evening, welcome to CTV News, now live streaming every night at ctv.co.nz. Well, a sad day for one historic ship known for being lucky, but its luck run out. Today saw the end of the journey for the MV Tūhoe, coming aground at the mouth of the Waimakariri River. The ship's trust is now tasked with deciding what next for the boat, as Jared McCulloch explains.
Sad news for one of the region's oldest ships.
Tūhoe's always been known as a lucky ship, and it's referred to in correspondence over the years. But unfortunately, yesterday, I think her luck finally ran out.
The MV Tūhoe became grounded at the mouth of the Waimakariri River yesterday afternoon when a wave pushed the ship off course and into the shoreline.
That's something that can happen. It's unexpected. As far as I'm aware, all procedures were being followed, and the channel had been sounded for depth, and there appeared to be sufficient water to enter the river.
It was hoped the ship could be saved tonight when high tide came in.
It's a long way out there, as you can see. They have to feed out a very fine line first, and then they feed out a heavier line, and then they attach that to the two trawlers.
But it's no longer a rescue, but a recovery.
We are pretty devastated. I described it as the worst day of my life earlier today.
The historic ship had 11 on board, making its way to Kaipoi from Littleton Dry Docks after being in for a service.
We took 6 off, so there's a skeleton crew of 5 on there now, and they'll stay there until the until the retrieval is attempted.
The ship had just been repainted. It had a rebuilt section on the starboard hull, a new floor framing coming in at a total cost of $250,000, all given through grants.
There's been so much work, blood, sweat and tears put into the ship over the years. It's coming up 96 years of age, and we were hoping to still be sailing at 100. That was the aim, but it appears that's not to be.
Built in 1919, the Kaipoi Rivertown Trust have looked after the ship since 2004, an icon to the town. It does have insurance, but most of the cost will go to the clean-up efforts. It was always going to be a tricky task to get it back into the ocean.
These little ships are renowned for running aground in harbours like this.
Locals took the time to make their way out to see firsthand what was happening with the nearly century-old ship, a new sight whilst fishing, but it won't be the last time they'll see it. It's early days yet, but the Trust hope to salvage what they can and possibly put it on display to the public. It may be the last voyage, but the history will live on. Jared McCulloch, CTV News.
A man has been arrested for extortion in relation to letters saying children would be harmed if money wasn't given. The male youth was arrested yesterday for allegedly writing and sending threatening letters to families in Mount Pleasant in June. Police say the families are relieved that the youth will be held to account for the stress caused to the community. He will appear in court on Thursday. Well, what are the chances of New Zealand being smoke-free by 2025? Well, numbers supplied to the Ministry of Health by New Zealand tobacco manufacturers shows a drop of nearly 4% in sales of smokes over the past 12 months. Gordon Finlater has more.
The returns show average cigarette consumption has declined 6.3% per year since 2010, equating to a 23% decline over the 5 years. So what has brought about the decrease in smokers? Christchurch District Health Board Smoke-Free Manager Vivian Daly believes there's a number of reasons, but a game changer has been the banning of smoking in hospitality.
We've had smoke-free hospitality venues, pubs and bars and cafes. Now we're looking at the outdoor areas of those hospitality venues, so it's kind of like expanding it really. Smokers have less and less places to go to actually smoke, and while I do understand that people are addicted and they need support to quit, it is making it harder for people to smoke. Hopefully we're making it easier for them to actually quit at the same time.
With many now deciding it's too cold to go outside to light up, the social element has a flow-on effect.
The less and less people that are going outside to smoke, the less that the social group kind of moves outside, the more those people, the smaller those groups are becoming, and the more they're reconsidering their decision to smoke. So I think we've got good momentum actually.
And Daly is hoping that momentum can eventually lead to the end goal of a smoke-free New Zealand.
We have a government goal of being a smoke-free Aotearoa by 2025, which gives us like 10 years. Unless we kind of up the ante, we're probably not going to make it. We're going to miss the goal by some few percentage points. So we do need to start looking at how we can ramp things up even further in the next 10 years.
The decline in smoking isn't restricted to just New Zealand, with many developed countries now curbing the addiction with more knowledge on health issues.
Globally, as the tobacco industries are moving their point of focus onto developing countries, because I think they've realised they've kind of done their dash in the developed countries. So where smoking is growing, where smoking rates are growing, are in the developing countries basically, and obviously the countries with few resources to combat this, and giving single cigarettes to 10-year-old kids in Africa in the hope that they will get hooked and become the next group of smokers. It's a bit immoral in my view, but let's, believe where things are going internationally, yeah.
One step to reducing smoking numbers that's gaining traction internationally is the implementation of plain packs. The plain packs see brand recognition destroyed, with all cigarette packs being a plain colour in the hope to reduce marketability.
Outcomes in Australia, where they bought plain packs in a few years ago now, have shown really, really good outcomes in terms of less people smoking. It's much easier for smokers to quit when they don't have those other subliminal sort of messages going in, and it's much less attractive for young people to pick it up when they've got a drab old green looking packet as opposed to a nice branded thing with a nice image on it.
Another effective strategy has been to hit the consumer in the pocket. Daly believes the simple but effective measure will be one of the key components to achieving their goal.
The tax hikes are actually really, really effective in terms of reducing people smoking and encouraging people to quit. And we've been lucky enough in New Zealand to have regular tax hikes for the last 4 years, and the last one of these comes up in January 2016. So if we can get those sorts of initiatives to be ongoing and even bigger hikes, we could really crack the smoke-free 2025 goal. Yeah.
Gordon Findlater, CTV News.
And today the council started putting up smoke-free stickers along most bus stops in Central City. Well, still to come, Kaiapoi students test their strength like never before.
On Saturday, 1:30, put the feet up and recap the week that was on Canterbury Live.
This is James. He's renting out his property through First Avenue. And this is also James. He's using someone else. With First Avenue, James has an action plan tailor-made to his needs. The team is always available to make sure everything is running smoothly. First Avenue are about finding the right people for your property. They know the secret is to keep both tenants and homeowners happy. They understand they're dealing with your most important asset. Don't be like that, James. First Avenue Property, where you come first.
Okay, we're on the health buzz this week. What to blend? I know, I'll pop down to Raywood Fresh. I'll start with a coconut water base. Choose some nice, healthy looking leafy greens. Then pick some fresh pineapple and grapefruit. And get some ginger for its anti-flame properties. Blend it and serve. The way shopping should be, hassle-free and healthy.
Oh honey, remember our cruise?
The ship was huge.
There was an outdoor pool,
A mini golf with a lovely couple.
a full gym.
Not that you ever used it.
Look at that gorgeous food.
And the fantastic dining hall and nightlife.
All thanks to our lovely cruise master Mary at Just Cruising. 0800 500 550.
Hi folks, Graham here from Colour in Your Life. Now make sure you tune in this week to see our episode of Colour in Your Life. As you know, we always bring fantastically talented people to your living rooms and to your computers and your screens. So come along and be part of what we're doing. It's always a fantastic...
Welcome back to CTV News. Forestry, a $5 billion industry, and a Christchurch technology company believes it can more than double that number. Chelsea Daniels explains.
A Christchurch company is leading the way in making the forestry industry more safe and profitable for New Zealand.
We've been developing the Hitman tool for about 15 years now, and this hand tools that the guys need to use on the ground, and we're just putting that technology into a harvester head so it'll be fully automated.
Well, here in Glentui, Canterbury, the goal is 200 tonnes of wood each and every day, in all weather conditions, as you can see here, only making conditions for the workers even more unsafe. Nigel Sharplin of Fibergen says last year alone 10 people lost their lives in the industry, a completely avoidable number.
In most countries around the world, forestry harvesting operations are fully automated. You're not allowed men on the ground. In New Zealand, unfortunately, we've got some pretty tough conditions, a lot of hill country, and it makes it pretty tough, but this type of technology that we've developed means that we can get people in cabs away from danger.
And he says we can use the best wood products in the Christchurch rebuild, shipping the rest off to overseas buyers.
So the Hitman technology is all about getting the right wood to the right processing operation. Currently, when trees are harvested, there's no way of measuring the quality of the wood, and so the logs are sent to a wood processor, and we don't extract the most value out of that. So this technology enables forestry companies to measure the wood and send it to the right mill and make sure that they get the most value.
He says the new technology brings not only substantial financial benefits, but it reduces risk to life in the forestry industry.
We're trying to bring technology that puts the worker back in the cab, so we've developed automatic testing equipment for measuring log properties.
It's a Canterbury product developed by local researchers and technology experts, and it's gained worldwide recognition.
Hitman technology has been a collaborative effort by research organisations, and a lot of forestry companies in New Zealand have helped us to develop this technology.
Chelsea Daniels, CTV News.
Keeping fit can be tough for many working Cantabrians, and some local students will make you feel even worse knowing they've succeeded by pulling not one but two fire trucks down one of Kaiapoi's busiest streets. Here's Jared McCulloch.
It's not something you see every day, but it's been on the minds of these students taking on the ultimate challenge. The program Cactus sees students from year 9 to 13 working to improve their skills both physically and mentally as they take on boot camp challenges, building up to their final task, pulling not one but two fire trucks.
Really hard. I feel so dead, but it was good. It was worth it.
These guys have turned up at about 6:20 for 10 weeks, and they'll go from 6:20 till 7:30. On the first day, there's a lot of them that absolutely hate it. A few tears, a few people vomiting, almost passing out, but they come back and they get fitter.
And although pulling fire trucks is tough, getting up early, well, that's another challenge in itself.
I slept through my alarm a couple of times. I had to get the mother to come wake me up, but about the third or fourth week into it, you just start getting used to it. You start looking forward to getting up.
The kids that didn't know each other at the start, and now they're sort of all friends and they'll be like that. It's sort of something they've done together, and they'll know each other. You'll probably see them when they're 25, 30 walking down the road. And I did the Cactus program with them.
The cause first took shape further north in Blenheim a few years back, developed by the Police Blue Light Youth Scheme. Well over 200 students have taken part from Kaiapoi High School over the past 2 years, aiming to succeed.
They probably couldn't do 5 press-ups. They will go out and bust out to 100 in a short space of 10 weeks. So not only that sort of side of fitness, but the whole team thing, but their schooling's also helped with it.
So didn't find the physical side of it challenging, but I found waking up early in the morning, being a team, because I do individual sports, so working together with all different range of abilities, which was quite good.
I've just been wanting to do it for a long time. Since I first see them pulling the fire truck and stuff, I was like, that's a good challenge for me, and because I want to go into the police force and stuff.
And it's been so popular, some pupils have gone through the program more than once.
This is actually my second time doing it. I was privileged enough to have the opportunity to do this again. It's just a sense of achievement for finishing something that you'd never think you'd be able to finish. But I mean, also it's just to get like your fitness levels up, and it's just to really just improve on yourself.
We used to have an ex-army instructor take it. Now we've got Ken Franks from CrossFit taking it. So different sort of focuses, but equally as hard, and the same sort of philosophy behind it.
And after their exhausting day, some would still be keen for round 2.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Yes, definitely would.
So their next challenge may be 3 fire trucks?
The council said we're not allowed 3.
But for now, it's time for rest and a job well done. Jared McCulloch, CTV News.
The man alleged to have cut off his monitoring bracelet and going on the run over the weekend has denied the charge. Police say Patrick McGreevy went on the run from a 10-year extended supervision order on Saturday morning and was found and arrested later that day. McGreevy is being held in custody until Wednesday, when a date will be set for a bail hearing. It's one of many animals threatened by extinction, but Arana Wildlife Park is hoping to change that, showcasing the good and the not so good about the rhino. Jared McCulloch reports.
Kids making gifts for their local rhinos. It's all part of an international awareness day for the beloved animal at Arana Wildlife Park.
We are celebrating all things rhino, so we've got a few things set up just to spread awareness really of what is happening to the rhinos, and really just get people involved and see the good and the bad side of what's happening to our rhinos. They are declining at quite a fast rate, and the poaching is getting more and more, so we are losing our rhinos, unfortunately. If nothing happens, they will become extinct before we know it.
Later statistics show just under 750 rhinos have died this year alone in South Africa due to the black market poaching. Their goal, the animal's horn. It's a big business in some cultures, grinding the horn down to make dust and used to cure people.
Exactly the same stuff as our fingernails, so it's a bit ironic that it is actually getting removed and thought to be a wonder drug as such, but it is no more than fingernail, and unfortunately that is what is killing them off.
But they're confident the rhinoceros can be saved, with more organisations popping up to do what they can.
Yeah, there's a lot more facilities and fundraisings and things like that. They're trying to spread much more awareness as well, but unfortunately the poaching rate is going up as well as the sort of increase in the help for them.
The rhino has a life expectancy of 45 years, and Arana is working to increase its declining population through one of its many programs.
Yeah, breeding rhinos in captivity is very difficult. Unfortunately, they are quite choosy about who they like, but we have been successful in having 3 calves here, so we are pretty happy with that. We do try as hard as we can to breed out as many rhinos as we can.
And as for the baby rhino, now 7 months old, well, it's doing well.
Tino, he's doing fantastic. He's running around and giving mum the hard time, things like that. He's doing fantastic, growing at a phenomenal rate.
There's hope now the public can take away some knowledge about the rhino's future and hopefully make a difference.
Lots of things learnt today, I think. Different things about the rhinos that they didn't know, really taking on board the information, so it's fantastic.
As for today, the focus is to care for the 6 they have, with kids giving them, well, some early Christmas presents. Jared McCulloch, CTV News.
And we understand one was called Carol. Well, still to come here on CTV News, the all-important regional weather forecast.
Shopping has never been easier. Join us on Let's Go Shopping as we showcase some local businesses and take a look at the great deals they have to offer. Let's Go Shopping. Join us weekdays 11 a.m.
If you're a farmer or farm manager, their water management is one of your top priorities. Bowden Environmental take the stress and hassle out of the resource consent process by liaising between farm management and ECAN, leaving more time for doing what you do best, specialising in all types of resource management, including consents, aquifer testing, farm environment plans, effluent management and advocacy. Bowden Environmental have the tools and experience to get the job done.
Don't get caught out. With the Super Mini Booster, the power is in your hands. As the smallest power pack in its class, the Super Mini Booster will get you back on track in no time. Trusted by leading professionals, the Super Mini Booster has all the power you need. Super Mini Booster, the power is in your hands.
Action Removals, offering short or long-term storage facilities, full packing services, comprehensive rates, all fully insured and with 6 vehicle sizes to choose from. Earthquake repairs? Action Removals pack, move, store and return your valuable possessions stress-free. Action Removals, a family business that has been operating in Christchurch for over 10 years. Action Removals, your one-stop removal service on time, every time. 0800 222 526.
Have you got creepy crawlies scurrying through your house? Or is your problem a bit bigger? Well, we can help. Being Canterbury owned and operated for 10 years means we've learnt a thing or two about our local invaders. We have the option of non-toxic chemicals to provide a healthier environment for you and your family while evicting those nasties. And satisfaction is guaranteed. So eliminate the problem quickly and safely. For a full range of services, visit our website, elitepestcontrol.co.nz.
Join us for a daily weekday documentary. Learn something new with an hour of carefully researched reports from the worlds of politics, science, culture, history, lifestyle and sport. Documentaries weekdays at 11:30.
Welcome back to CTV News. Now Gordon Finlater is here with the wrap of the weekend sporting action.
Canterbury's run in this year's ITM Cup was finally brought to a halt yesterday, with Taranaki grabbing their first win in Christchurch since the inception of the Provincial Championship back in 1976. Canterbury, playing their third game in the space of a week, got out of the blocks slowly. Taranaki wasted no time converting an early penalty before a try just on 4 minutes gave them an early 10-point advantage. It didn't take the home side long to answer back though, with Johnny McNichol running onto his own chip and chase to dot down for his 5th try in this year's competition. The opening period of the game continued to be frantic, and Taranaki were the next to score when Kurt Baker crossed the line on the 20-minute mark.
Great stuff from Tahuri Orangi.
Trailing 13 points to 17 at the break, Canterbury would get themselves to within a point early in the second period, with the boot of Tom Taylor continuing to produce the goods. Just minutes later, Taranaki seized the initiative, Blade Thompson finishing off a well-worked team try to put the visitors out to an 8-point lead.
Try 5.
Canterbury continued to show resolve though, going punch for punch, resulting in a try to young winger Mitchell Suckling.
McNichol, quick hands, that'll do! Marshall Suckling!
That would be the end of the scoring though, as both teams' defences decided to turn up in the final stages. A line out on Taranaki's 22 in the final minute was Canterbury's last chance to steal victory, but it wasn't to be, with the Naki competing to turn the ball over and secure a historic win at AMI Stadium. The final score, Taranaki 24, Canterbury 21. To Rugby League, and the Canterbury Bulls remain unbeaten in the National Premiership after a win over the Orcas in Wellington. The 40 points to 18 victory now means that the Bulls are just one win away from a guaranteed berth in the competition final. Canterbury have 2 games remaining in round robin, with second placed Counties Manukau their opposition at AMI Stadium this weekend. Well, Poole now and Christchurch's Steve Denton took home the National 8-Ball Super League title after 3 days of gruelling competition at the Woolston Workingmen's Club. Denton went unbeaten through 15 weeks of regional competition and remained so over the 3 days of nationals. Denton faced tough opposition in the final stages of the tournament, taking on Manawatu's Baden Jackson in the semi-finals. Jackson was fresh off a 13-zip win in the quarters, and although Denton got out to an early lead, Jackson continued to keep himself in the match. The tournament final turned out to be just as nail-biting, with Denton taking a 9-frames-to-7 win over Otago's Simon Singleton. Full coverage of the tournament's semi-final and final can be seen right here on CTV starting next Tuesday. And finally tonight, Canterbury will not feature in this year's Women's Provincial Rugby Playoffs after their 3rd loss of the season on Saturday. The 32-18 defeat at the hands of Wellington means that with just 1 game remaining, the side are now mathematically out of the playoff hunt. Canterbury will now turn their attention to finishing on a high when they face Manawatu at home this Saturday. Well, you're up to date with the latest in local sport. I'm Gordon Findlater for CTV Sport.
And now time for the region's weather forecast.
Kia ora Canterbury. Well, today, what a lovely day it was. Lots of sunshine out there. We did see a few isolated frosts this morning and a few coastal breezes this afternoon for some. Now, today's highs 14 degrees for everyone here in South Canterbury, apart from you, Twizel. You took out 11 today. Central Canterbury, Christchurch on 15 degrees. However, 14 though for Akaroa, Leeston, Darfield and Ashburton, and Methven, 13 degrees for you. Heading further north, 14 for Kaikoura and Cheviot, 15 degrees for you, Hanna Springs, Amberley, Culverden, Rangiora and Oxford. And over to the Alpine region, a little bit cooler here, 11 degrees for Arthur's Pass and Mount Cook and 12 for you, Lake Tekapo. Now tomorrow, Timaru is looking lovely and sunny. Light winds breezing through the day and 15 degrees for your Tuesday high, 2 for your morning start. Spring is here for you as well, Ashburton. Sunshine, a few cloudy patches in the morning and northeasterly winds breezing through the afternoon with 16 degrees for your high. Christchurch, you can also expect to see a little bit of sun coming your way. 16 degrees is your expected high and 4 for your morning low there. And to Kaikoura, there will be a little bit of cloud in the morning, but that will be burning off during the day. A lovely 15 degrees for you. Now the rest of the Canterbury region can also expect that sunshine. South Canterbury, 16 degrees is the high there for Temuka and Geraldine. A little bit of a contrast from the last week's rain there. Central Canterbury, sunny skies with northeasterly winds for Akaroa and Leeston. Methven on 15 degrees there with northerly winds, and Darfield 16 degrees for your high. Heading further north, that sun continues. 16 degrees is the expected high for everyone here. A few cloudy patches for Amberley, Rangiora and Oxford, but a pretty good Tuesday. And over to the Alpine region, sunny skies there for you, Arthur's Pass 12 degrees for your high and a few westerly winds breezing through. Now Wednesday, it just keeps getting better. 19 degrees is the high there for Christchurch, 18 for Ashburton and Timaru. A few cloudy skies and that cloud will be increasing during the day, but wonderful sunshine. Sunshine coming our way on Thursday as well. 20 degrees is the high there for Christchurch. Get your sundresses out, ladies. 18 for everyone else there. Looking to the rest of the Canterbury region on Wednesday, those northerly winds increasing during the day with the cloudy patches also increasing, but lovely sun peeking through those clouds. Thursday, there could be a chance spillover of rain in the morning. However, a mostly dry day predicted with northerly winds dying out and a few gentle sea breezes coming through. So over the next few days, we are expecting that lovely sunshine, and it is daylight savings, so we do get to enjoy that sun for a little bit longer in the evenings. Bring on those spring and summer barbecues, I say. And that's your weather update for Monday.
Thanks, Mercy, and that is CTV News for Monday. Have a great night.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
There's only one lingerie shop in Christchurch, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to be coming to, and that, of course, is Lingerie on Barrington, and open 7 days a week. Gay, lovely to be here with you.
Oh, isn't it nice? We've got some lovely things to show you today.
I'm so excited.
We've been waiting, ladies, as you know. I told you our stock was late. Well, I've had a wonderful drop, so I'm just going to show you a little bit of the things that you've been asking for.
Okay.
Here we have this, you ladies out there who worn model, look at this range, Jude. We've got a sleeveless. Now this has got a wee shelf inside it too, so it just gives you the extra.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
It has too.
And
Very
then
nice.
there's a short sleeve one.
What a beautiful pattern.
And this the jammies. With a 3/4 pence. So if you're short like me, they're almost like longs on you.
I love it. Gorgeous.
And they've put a wee robe in. I mean, now that robe you could wear with anything, but it's that wonderful modal, which is not synthetic, it's actually a natural fibre and it breathes.
Beautiful. Just what we... Oh, look at these aquas coming up.
Talking about breathable fabrics, cotton. Cotton, cotton, cotton. Lovely colours, you know, all these citrusy colours are coming through.
Beautiful.
That's the wee PJ and the lovely wee cotton nightie with the little placket front.
And the little frill on the bottom. So gorgeous.
So gorgeous. We've got another one here. This is probably a little of the more mature lady, but we've got 2 styles of nighties, and that is a brunch coat. So
that's
absolutely those beautiful china blue colours.
Isn't it fresh?
Oh, it's I'm a real sucker for that colour.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Seersucker.
Classic.
PJs.
Oh, wow.
And nighties, cotton, no ironing, easy care. So if you're going away, during the winter, our winter,
yes,
you want cotton. And another beautiful little one, it is very fine cotton.
Oh, it is. Gosh, that's fine.
Now the pyjama I've also got in white, so if you like white jammies.
We have it in white as well.
Here's a bit of a lovely robe. We've teamed it up with a lovely, gorgeous little nightie.
Oh, how pretty is that?
It's that pretty, isn't it?
The detailing, yes, little key.
Now, I have got lots of what I would call classic nighties. Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't
it? Look, come in now.
Oh,
because
look at that colour.
we have got such a beautiful range here, and we go up to 2XL. So this is just a wee smattering, Jude. And I really
beautiful colours, Gay.
Oh, classics. Look, come in and see us. Now, don't forget. Oh, by the way, if there's anybody out there who would like some part-time work, up to 20 hours, who knows how to fit a bra, come and see me or give me a call.
Lingerie on Barrington. They're in Barrington Shopping Centre, right next to the supermarket exit, and open 7 days a week. I'm joined by Gary from Acorn Models here on Manchester Street. Now, don't forget, they do have these great gift cards. They can be made out to any value as well. Great idea, and they're valid for 12 months.
And going really well, yes. So
Fantastic.
they're new, and it's a new concept for us with the new gift cards. So
oh, they look really smart.
Yeah,
but look, we're going into school holiday time, and great time for parents to be squirreling away for Christmas.
just next week, and for the school holidays.
I know.
And I think someone said it's less than 100 days now to the other big holidays.
Oh,
so there we go. So
don't. I'm loving these here. Look for the young ones with the cars. Aren't they just gorgeous? Neon Lightning McQueen. And look at this one here. I mean,
really nice set.
That's a stunning set. Look at the cars on the bottom of that. Absolutely glorious, isn't it?
And we get all of that for $125. So that's the set, it's the track, controllers, cars.
Look at it all.
Everything you would wish for.
13.77 foot, 4.2 metre track, and your cars, everything included.
And they run
that.
off the electricity, not even batteries.
Is that right?
There we go, you see.
Oh my God, it gets better by the minute.
We move
Here
on
we
to the
go.
Evolution series. These are the larger cars, and we can see from perhaps the screen there that the cars are larger than those smaller ones. And
yes.
So something to progress up to, and it's the bigger DTM set.
Gosh, that's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yep.
Goodness
Once
me.
again, the sets are all complete with the hand controllers, the power supply, plenty of track and spare parts if you need them.
This one's nice, the turbo booster.
Yes, this goes back to the small scale again, the same as the Disney Pixar ones, and just another excellent set with a lot of track.
Absolutely. I like the turbo booster on that as well.
There we go.
$99. Blooming brilliant. Now, what are these here for? These are
Spare
extra
track.
tracks? Spare tracks,
Spare
extra
track, yep.
Yeah, fantastic. All right.
Yes,
And I like these. These are really good for the school holidays for the kids to get stuck in and start building.
Can't go school holidays without some
No. I think it's a
plastic kit
lovely
sets and
idea. Yeah, look
once
at that.
again, yeah.
It
So it's a
te-
kit set. Sorry.
It teaches the children so much, doesn't it? You know, it's the
Instructions.
discipline, following instructions, absolutely, and the skill of being able to do it, motor skills. Beautiful idea.
And those kits come with the glue and the paints and paintbrush and everything in there. And we've got some helicopters here, and there's plenty of selection. Then we've got the small Tamiya Juniors. I think we talked about these last time you were in.
We did. Now, these are very popular, are they not, Gary?
Oh, are they? Are they ever? So 2 little batteries and away we go. And good range of them there at the moment.
And of course, like I said, don't forget, at Acorn Models now, you can get the gift card to any amount of money that you want. Acorn Models, you find them at 37 Manchester Street. They're only closed on a Sunday. I'm now joined by George from A1 Movers here in Horswell. George, great to be with you.
Good to be part of the team, Jude.
Yeah, I like it. I
Welcome.
could muck in quite easily here. I'd hate to tell you how many times I've moved, George.
Yeah.
Tell me, what can A1 Movers do for Cantabs within moving?
Well, we can look after them as if it was our own furniture. So, we take care of it. We just want to. We're there to please the customer.
Yeah, sure.
And if there's any special requirements, we're happy to do those requests.
The fact that you did actually have your van, your big van here, completely remodified for the safety and of clients' furniture, that to me speaks absolute volumes. I mean, you had an engineer in here doing all this work and putting all this in here for you, and then all this thick carpet padding around it.
That's right.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah, it's just something that it just carries right through our company.
Yes.
We're quite serious. We're very serious about looking after your treasured possessions.
Sure.
You've worked hard all your life, and you've got all this nice stuff around you. You want to keep it that way, so we don't want to be the ones that
mess it up for
bring
them.
the house down.
I wouldn't want to be that person either.
No,
I probably would. I'm very clumsy.
Yeah.
George, any job too big or too small for you?
No. The thing I want to add too is, whether it's small or big, people get under pressure. It's a stress time when it's moving.
Sure.
We want to be, we like to think of ourselves as just being relaxed with the customer.
Yeah.
We just do what you want.
You can take that huge amount of pressure off them.
Yep.
By knowing that the job is being done professionally and properly.
That's right.
It's Christchurch owned and operated by yourself.
Yeah, by myself. I'm there on the job. I will be there. I'm the driver of the truck. I have my off-sider with me, maybe 2 or 3 others as well for the big jobs.
Yes.
And I just make sure the job gets done the way I want it done. And,
that's a huge difference. I mean, let's be honest, how many owner-operators would be out there running their own businesses like that? The majority would just have people in place and, do you know what I mean? Que sera, sera.
Yeah, that's right. It's a hard job, but I've got plenty of trusty guys around me to help me out. So
yeah, nice, fantastic.
Yeah.
Look, if you're on the move, make sure, no matter how big or small, make sure you give George a call at A1 Movers.
A1 Movers, 82 Milnes Road out at Horsville, 322 4404.
We're now talking to an absolutely delightful lady by the name of Mary Houghton. Now, Mary Houghton is a travel broker.
That's correct.
And your business is Just Cruising.
That's correct, yes.
Because it's just cruising that you deal in?
Mainly, about 80% of the bookings I actually do actually involve a cruise component, whether it be ocean going or river cruising.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, river cruising's become quite fashionable. We'll sit and have a really good chat about that, and let's also really discuss all about the ocean going as well, because they're big components, aren't they?
Very much so.
But Mary, today I think we'd all like to get to know a little bit about you, your qualifications and the things that you can actually do for us.
Excellent. Well, I have been a travel agent for 30 years.
Gosh, you only look 35.
Oh, that's lovely. And since 2007, I've worked for a company actually repaying for cruise lines. I've actually done over 50 cruises myself. And over 50
cruises?
Yes.
I suppose you don't know until you go on it.
Passion.
Oh my God, it must be.
And I'm actually a CLIA accredited cruise master. That is actually means Cruise Line International Association Cruise Master, and there's only 2 south of Nelson. For that, I've had to do quite a lot of training, and it's ongoing training. Part of that is making sure I'm still cruising and keeping up to date on everything.
You're a cruising lady. If you've done over 50 cruises, she is cruising right up there, I'd say.
And just love it.
Oh, gosh, how amazing. So if this has been something somebody's been thinking about, you would be the one-stop shop to come to?
Definitely.
To come to, or will you go to, where do you...
I'm mobile, so happy for people to come to me, or...
Brilliant.
To come to them, or a lot of people like to meet at a cafe or otherwise in a wine bar. So whatever suits.
Oh, and you can take all the literature there for them and start the ball rolling with their requirements. What are some of the most frequently asked questions?
Where's the best place to cruise?
Yeah.
Where to be situated on the ship.
Good one, yes, yes, because I'm sure those things are quite important.
Very important, and also what stateroom should I go for? What's an inside stateroom like? What's an ocean view, balcony, suite? It's interesting to know that the suites always sell first. So,
is that right?
Yeah, so... It's quite interesting.
I think it's so important to get the whiz from somebody who knows it inside out. And after 50 odd cruises, you quite clearly do, Mary. I look forward to chatting with you again and putting more of your word out there as far as cruises go. Make sure you contact Mary Houghton. Just Cruising. Now, I know that's got you interested. 3770707. And we're at Park Avenue Fashions again here, just on the very first part of Lincoln Road, right down by Hagley Park. And of course, parking is just a couple of doors up right next to the railway station there. Railway lines, not station. Sonia, we're talking some beautiful classic pieces here today.
I was thinking we'd concentrate a little bit on what you could wear to the races.
Nice.
This is quite a cool gold dress. It's just come in. It's the sort of thing that you could put any of the black accessories with it. Or you could actually even put some silvers and bring out the silver.
Yeah, you could. Absolutely stunning.
This dress here is good for mother of the bride or a guest at a wedding. And again, it's the new platinum colour. So again, you can put your silvers with that, your black. Blacks tend to dull it down a wee bit where the silver lightens it up. So probably for summer weddings, your silver. But for perhaps a guest, you could go your black way.
What an absolutely stunning this one here
Isn't that cool?
With just that little touch of black on it.
It just gives you that you could put black shoes,
a
black bag with that quite easily.
Just gives you that lovely option.
So even this dress here could even go into your pinks.
Absolutely, because it's really quite neutral, isn't it?
Very neutral.
This one here, size range in both of these dresses or in all of your stock?
No, we go from 6 to 24, but I only ever buy two dresses the same. because so you're not going to go everywhere and see everyone in the same outfit.
Oh, what a fabulous idea. And also this is very important with your hats for you as well. This is a huge mission for you purchasing all these hats.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
It is a huge mission, I know it is. Look at this. How incredibly elegant.
Black and white's quite strong again this year. It's always very strong. Black itself and orange and red are coming through
really
quite
strong colours.
Coming through quite strong.
Love this little handbag.
Aqua turquoise kind of colours.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice fresh colours.
Oh, nice, and it's lovely. And of course, you do have sort of like the beautiful little cocktail dresses here, suitable for the younger ones to be going to the races in,
absolutely,
or weddings or the likes of, and a little bit more formal over onto the other wall. Now, also talking about formal, what have we got through here?
We have our school ball outfits and bridesmaids and long dresses for a lot of people now are wearing long dresses to weddings.
Right. Oh, lovely idea.
Mothers of the bride.
Yeah, very nice. And I suppose some of these are actually even very suitable for a bride to wear herself.
Yes. Yeah, second time bride or first time bride.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Park Avenue Fashions, you'll find them at 363 Lincoln Road in Addington. Now, we all know that these have their place. However, we're talking my men's store. So these are the quality, remember, that your mother told you to purchase. Look at these. Now, chaps, Cup Day's coming up. It's always so lovely to have one of these in your jacket pocket. Mr. Morton will tell you that every time. Full of class ears. Look at these. Absolutely beautiful. And ladies, nothing nicer than the classic white, even down into all these beautiful soft colours. Stunning. Don't forget the socks here as well. Absolutely stunners. I mean, socks can be so jolly expensive. They've got everything right through from the outdoor sock right through to the beautiful merino. Jeff, what have you found over there, hun?
Jude, I've been rummaging around in Barry's racks and I've come up high. What about this for a shirt? $9. God, what a deal. Absolutely fabulous. $9. You want to spend a bit more? Look what you get for $16.
Oh, $16.
$16.
I like that one.
Look at that short sleeve, $16 for that one. Double pockets, nice collar on it, and then very classic. Barry can buy them. Boy, he buys some good shirts.
He can.
$9 and $16.
I'll tell you what, he's got stock that nobody else has got.
I know he has. It's
stock
quite unique.
Oh, he's very unique. Now, also, do you think that we should tell people that, look, there's 1,000 shirts here. They started at $9 and they go right through. He wants to clear all of these shirts out as well.
You know why he wants to clear them? Because there's 2,000 more fresh ones waiting to come in.
Oh, I love it.
Look at that for a
Grab
range,
yourself a
mate.
bargain. I know, look at the size range. He's always so generous. These ones actually go right through to 5XL. It's not just for the little skinny chaps in here, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Age irrelevant as well.
The ranges are fabulous.
Absolutely.
And the styles, of course, the stripes. I love this. $27.
$27. That's just ridiculous. And checks. There's checks and checks everywhere at the moment. Look at that beautiful Rembrandt shirt. $77. Beautiful finishing on these. Now, there's some gorgeous ones through from the States and the UK as well. In fact, he's normally got a lot of these up here.
I know.
I would get...
I reckon he's keeping the best.
I do too. I think he's brought it all down and slotted it all in, quite honestly. Jeff, pick me out another one. Oh, yeah, that's
look at
nice.
that. Went straight to that. Look at the finishing on that.
Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful.
What are we paying? 106. But anywhere else, you're looking at 200 or more.
And look at this one here as well. Isn't this delicious? Look at the trim on there. Guys, make sure you come on in. If you've got weddings, functions, you just need some really upbeat shirts for work,
Of course,
Jeff.
you can wear these for work
And
under the
Cup
suit.
Day
It looks
coming
fabulous.
up. Yeah, with all the races coming up as well. Make sure you come in here first, because I guarantee you will get it at a fraction of the price that you'll find it anywhere else. Also, service. The service is just absolutely second to none. Look at that for a gorgeous work shirt.
And the other thing, just to remind people, Jude, parking, north, south, east and west, and not only that, the matrimonial refund policy. If you stuff up, Barry will give you your money back.
I love it.
My men's store, Shop 11 Bishopdale Village Mall, 021 330 154. Brands you want at prices you want.
Best chai lattes in town. Of course, I'm at Bun Runner with Jeanette. Jeanette, lovely to be here with you.
Oh, Jude, it's always lovely to have you here.
Darling, we're going to have a little chatty about
some beautiful loose tea that you serve here, and of course it's always put into beautiful fine china cups as well.
Yeah.
Suitable at any time of day.
Absolutely. And there's nothing nicer than a good cup of tea in a nice china cup.
I totally agree with you. I'm a bit of a tea tummy. I'm a bit of a tea tummy myself. I can have beautiful tea in a fine china cup with a really good grunty cooked breakfast, which you do here, of course.
We do.
Right through to a lovely light lunch of maybe these beautiful sandwiches, filled sandwiches here, right through to afternoon tea.
Yep. All day long.
Beautiful. Tell me what's in the sandwiches, Jeanette. They look
Well,
delicious.
that one is, it's got ham, it's got lettuce, tomato, and we make a mixture up. Well, Reg the Great makes a mixture
My
up
future
of...
husband.
Yes. Good luck. That's all I'm going to say.
Here we go. Yes.
He makes a mix up every morning of mashed egg, spring onion and carrot, grated carrot with our homemade mayonnaise, and that lines the sandwiches and all our rolls, and it's just beautiful.
Absolutely perfect. And of course you've actually got some really lovely delights in your cabinet as well. If people are wanting just a little simple sweet something to have to finish
We've got
off.
it. Yeah, we've got it.
I also like the way that you have your takeaway biscuits. Do you want to jump up and grab some of those, Jeanette?
Certainly, Jude. I couldn't say no to you.
What have you got up there, Jeanette?
Oh, look, we've got, well, to start with, power bar. It used to be protein balls.
I was going to say, wasn't that in the balls?
Remember, don't chew up your arms, eat your balls.
That's what I always said, wasn't it? Make sure you've got some balls in your car because you never know when you need to chew on one. Absolutely. Super fruit power bars.
Now look, we've got Afghans, really old-fashioned, just your old-fashioned Edmonds recipe.
And they will be local walnuts?
Absolutely, yes. Anzacs, South Island rolled oats.
Lovely.
Chocolate
Look, if you're off to visit somebody,
sultana.
what a lovely little present. Just
coconut macaroon, gluten-free, those are beautiful.
Oh
and
my gosh,
they're all old-fashioned biscuits.
Yeah, I know.
Tried and true.
They're always the best.
They are. And they're in our DNA, those flavours.
Yeah, they are in our
certainly
DNA.
are.
I love it. What a great little thing just to have in the glove compartment, in the drawer of your desk, or the counter at work.
Too right.
Wherever it is you're working.
Yeah.
Great, just to be able to have a little nibble on.
That's
As
right.
we were saying, to be able to come in and have something with a beautiful loose cup of tea. Bun Runners Cafe and Catering. You'll find them on the corner of Chewham and Fitzgerald Avenue, open Monday to Friday. Hi and welcome. I'm Jude Kirk and you're watching Let's Go Shopping. First up today, we have Venlarie. Jamie,
How are you,
lovely
Jude?
to have you here with us.
Great to be in again.
Now, you have got some incredible specials.
It is. We have. We've got some specials to end the winter off and also introduce you into some nice summer product as well. For instance, we've got this range here. This is a backing material. Now, we've got these two colours here. One's white and one's an ivory colour.
Yes.
These are what's called a 5-pass block out. So that's the best block out material you can get. Goes on in the back of curtains. You can use it as a curtain itself. Well, it's great to put a sheer up over the top of.
To do that double track is just beautiful
Oh,
with
it
this.
is.
Let's just have a look at this as well.
50% off.
What?
On those two colours only. We've got stock. It's limited time. So be quick. We've got limited stock. 50% off of that. But look at this.
This is just magnificent.
This is a
Look
new
at
range of shears that we've got coming through, which has got a huge range. Look at what this does here. It gives you the block out. You can put it on a double track, have the block out for the night time and
Stunning.
the warmth and everything else. And during the day, you've got the privacy of the shear, which we can put in a whole range of different types of pleat finishes and everything.
Beautiful.
Good range of colours, good range of styles. More than 50% off some of the colours of these shears here.
Good gosh.
I mean, these are an
And here's
introductory
the
offer.
ivory.
Look at the ivory on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
Just stunning. There's planes as well. I mean, look at that for a lovely textured plane.
Oh,
Jude,
look at that. Hang on,
that.
let me flick that one
Yeah,
back over
it's
to
just
back over to here.
stunning. I mean,
see, and that's beautiful. It looks so dreamy when you've got your back, the backing pulled back, and you've just got that. Look at it.
yeah, just stunning. Over 50% off on this particular range here. Very limited stock. It's 3 metres wide, so it's a continuous width. So that means you get no joins in the windows.
Beautiful.
So it just hangs gorgeously. Beautiful. less than $20 a metre for 3 metre wide fabric of this quality it's just unheard of.
And that's for this as well, Jamie?
That is indeed, yep.
Good God, take it from me. That's one hell of a buy.
Great buying, a limited time. We've got a full range of curtains, full range of blinds. We'll come to you with the samples, in-house service. We'll quote on the spot. Give us a call. We'll gladly come and see you.
Look, Jamie, honestly, I know what you did for my mumsy, and for myself, and it has just been incredible. I would not be able to go back to single track anymore. Having that double track of the privacy of these absolutely magnificent voiles in the front, then being able to pull your backing, blackout, thermal, across at night time. And I mean, that just feels a dream in itself.
Gorgeous quality fabric. I mean,
aren't they beautiful?
It's priced well, but it's quality. It's going to last.
God, I tell you what, it would pay you to take advantage of this, because this is one hell of a deal. Seriously, curtaining can be so expensive. You can put this style into any room, whether it be a bedroom, your lounge, anywhere.
It can look gorgeous. It's a delicate look. You can make it look not too feminine. You can make it look a bit manly. We can change it around accordingly.
Absolutely. Just give Jamie a call. Venlery Canterbury, you can contact Jamie with his mobile van service, brilliant service, on 365 4666. That's 365 4666. I'm joined by Jan out here at Jan Craft Boutique out at Rolleston. You've got to come on out there. Look now, Jan has all these beautiful cards that she has on display here. The display things that are already made up are not for sale, but it's to give you an idea of what you can be doing exactly for yourself at home. Now this is the die cast that's made that shape. Look how that all sits up and out. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't that look gorgeous? And look what Jan's done on this one here. She's embossed the paper with, what's the name of the machine, Jan?
The Sullivan's Easy Cut machine.
Sullivan's Easy Cut, and you just roll it through, Jan, don't you? And look, and then she's added the pearls onto the little lifted pieces.
And anybody that has a cuttlebug, this whole stand is perfect for the cuttlebug.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Look at this one here. These have all been used. These are all the sorts of little things that Jan's got in here. Sorry, my darling, I'm holding on to them.
That's this one here.
That's that one there, is it?
Yes.
That's that little one there. Jan has got a whole stand of them here, and look, I'll have to show you my favourite here. Would have to be this beautiful Wedgwood blue. Isn't that stunning? With the flower, and then the decals down the side as well. Look, you can do all of this here yourself, and Jan Craft. Now, there we go. You go and have a little look around, and Jan and I can have a little chat. Jan, what are your hours out here?
10 a.m. to 4.
10 a.m. till 4? How many days a week?
6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. Closed
to
on Sunday.
What a great idea for people to come on out here and have a really good rummage. Look, a lot of people are looking for different art, craft activities, aren't they, as well? What a beautiful one to start off with. I really love the way that you've actually got so many different displays here to show people what can actually be done. The other thing I love about it, it's not expensive, Jan.
No.
You have not got overinflated prices here. It's all very realistic for people to be doing. Look at all these things here. I mean,
you see, not everybody wants to do scrapbooking. Not everybody wants to make cards.
No, of course.
For example, you can see the paint by numbers, masses of them. You see all over the place. I've got a huge range of American paint by numbers.
They're glorious too, aren't they?
And
really nice activity to sit down and do.
To buy them.
Oh, do they really?
They do. Like, for example, the train.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. Look at that, paint by numbers. Nice way of doing it, to be able to get a really beautiful piece, I suppose.
Yes.
And you're kind of being guided as you're going along with it, aren't you? Look at all these gorgeous stickers that you've got here.
Now, these are English and they're beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Monday through to Saturday, make sure you come on out here to Jan Craft. Jan Craft Boutique. You'll find Jan at 39 Brookside Road in Rolleston. Open Monday to Saturday, 10 till 4, 3479 298.
Eyes East, a series about the recovery of Christchurch's eastern flatland suburbs that were so severely hit by the earthquakes of 2010-2011. Tune in CTV's 8:30 Thursday.
Okay, Mike's boss is coming around tonight. It's time to pull out all the stops. This roasted pork with pumpkin puree looks good. What will I need from Raywood Fresh? I can grab a generous cut of pork from the butchery. Fresh local vegetables. I can get all my spices from the grocery essentials section, as well as a nice relish. Which leads me to the starter, a selection of New Zealand cheeses besides some freshly baked bread. The way shopping should be, hassle-free and healthy.
Live from Berlin, this is DW News. Hello and welcome. Catalonia may be headed for the exit door. Early polling says separatists have won a majority in Catalonia's regional election. They say they'll press for independence from Spain. Now, Madrid says that would be illegal. Also in the show, a matter of national defense. That's what France says as it launches airstrikes against Islamic State targets in Syria for the first time. Paris says it's forced to take action in the face of IS-inspired attacks within France itself.
Establish a new
and in athletics, Kenyan runner Eliud Kipchoge wins the Berlin Marathon with a personal best, despite some problems with his shoes. He wasn't quite fast enough, though, to break the world record. To the show. I'm Matt Herman. Exit polls show that separatists have won a majority of seats in Catalonia's parliament. That outcome would set the northeastern region of Spain on a collision course with the central government. And as independent supporters await the results, the coalition of pro-independence parties says a victory would give them a mandate to split from Spain. The national government in Madrid, meanwhile, says it will use all legal means to prevent Catalonia from breaking away. Right, joining us now is correspondent Guy Hedgecoe in Barcelona. Now, Guy, exit polls, they say that the pro-independence parties have won. Is Spain headed for political crisis?
Well, it certainly looks that way. It looks as if tensions between the region of Catalonia and the Spanish state are going to increase. There's already been a lot of hostility between the two over the last few weeks, and really over the last 2 or 3 years since this independence drive began. But I think what we're going to see is the independence camp pushing ahead with their roadmap towards independence, and the central government in Madrid responding, as they have promised to do, with a legal reaction, going to the courts and trying to block this any way they can with a legal response. Whether that will be enough to stop it is another question entirely.
Well, if Madrid is countering with this unconstitutionality issue, does that mean that Catalonia could then unilaterally declare independence?
Well, what we're expecting after today's results are confirmed is for the independence parties and coalitions to declare not immediately a unilateral declaration of independence, but a declaration of intent, meaning that they will talk about what they intend to do over the coming 18 months. And what they intend to do is to start creating the machinery of a new Catalan state. That will include a constitution, Catalan institutions, Catalan laws. And they say that by 2017, they will then have all that machinery in place. And then, in theory, we would see this declaration of independence. Now, whether it's a unilateral declaration of independence or not will depend entirely on the central government in Madrid at that time. That may not be the same government we have in power at the moment, the Conservative Popular Party. It may be a different government, in which case it may take a different view to all this.
God, that sounds like a very big fight ahead. Why do so many Catalans want to break off from Spain so badly?
Well, many Catalans complain that their region, which is the richest of Spain's 17 regions, is essentially subsidizing the rest of Spain or subsidizing the poorer regions. They say that their taxes are being spent elsewhere in Spain and are not being reinvested enough back in their own region, in Catalonia. But there are also other reasons that they cite. They say that culturally, the Spanish state has never really understood Catalonia. It's never really sympathized with or acknowledged their separate culture, and that it has even tried to repress the Catalan language. So there's a sort of a blend of economic, political, and cultural motives for what we've seen today, the culmination of all this, which is today's election, which is essentially an election or a vote on independence.
Thanks so much for joining us from Barcelona, Guy Hedgecoe. All right, in some other news, French fighter jets have attacked Islamic State positions in Syria for the first time. Paris has been part of the U.S.-led coalition against IS in Iraq for over a year. And the government explained its decision to expand that campaign by calling it a question of national defense, saying that IS has been preparing attacks against France from Syrian territory.
Syrians are leaving their country in droves. After years of civil war, the Islamic State has made life unbearable for millions living in the territory it's captured. Now, for the first time, French jets have carried out airstrikes across Syria, targeting a training camp. Our forces reached their objectives. The camp has been totally destroyed. 6 jets were used in the mission, and they were able to ensure that the civilian population was not negatively affected by our operation. France is already part of a US-led coalition that has been bombing targets in Iraq since last year. In calling for a political solution to the Syrian conflict, French President François Hollande cited one important condition.